Welcome back to a new video. Today I will be showcasing my DIY X-ray generation machines. But one quick warning. Do not repeat the actions you will see in this video. Do not attempt to recreate these machines unless you know exactly what you're doing. Here's the version 1 of this X-ray generation machine. Here is the vacuum tube. I will show you the data sheet. These are the packaging it came with. I have one more of these tubes. This is a 2C 2C2S 2C2S tube. It's a rectifier tube for high voltage devices. As you will now know, you can use them to generate X-rays. I'll give you a demonstration. This doesn't generate as much radiation to be considered dangerous, so I can run it for a little bit longer than I can with my other ones. One moment. Here we have the Geiger counter. About 250 microsieverts per hour from this distance. Here's the average X-ray tube design. Here we have the heater, and when we apply high voltage on the anode, the particles from the heater start flying towards this part. Because it's angled, the direction of the output will be in this direction. The electrons hit and bombard the anode, which releases X-rays in this direction. But here we have a different circuit. Since I don't want to buy an actual X-ray tube, it's more like this. Our system is more like this. There is no angled, and this is usually used as rectifier tube, not made for X-rays. And because of how similar it is to an actual X-ray tube, it has the ability to possibly generate X-rays if you overdrive it with enough voltage. Here is what's happening here. This is the X-ray tube. The maximum voltage is 4.5 kilovolt in this case, but I'm driving it with around 25 kilovolt here. This is basically the design of my high voltage generation circuit, and including the tube. Now, to mention We are not using the heater. Remember, for an actual X-ray tube, to use a heater is vital. It will practically not function without it. But for this tube, it's not required. For reasons I don't want to explain due to their complexity. We can see that we have 12 volts. I will now show you. Here is 12 volt pack. We turn it on. This display measures how much voltage is in the battery. This kicks the voltage up to 15 volt. And this kicks it back down. Yes, I know. Very stupid to use two converters in one circuit, but that's what I had. So this then inputs the 15 volts into this. Obviously we can regulate it. Here we go. As you can see, I can regulate the voltage. I can increase it and I can decrease it. That's enough for this specific generation device. Now it's time for the big one, where I will actually require shielding now. As you can see, I'm gonna connect it now. Time to do connection. As you know, this produces high volumes of X-ray radiation, and it's not healthy to be around them for a long time. Here is the Geiger counter. It's about 2 millisieverts, high amount. The closer I get, the higher the radiation. And at about this distance, we hit the maximum, about 20 millisieverts. I will now show you the design of this circuit. Here we have the simplified version of the circuit in the new generator. Here we have the 12 volt supply, switch, transformer driver, the transformer itself, and here is the new circuit that I added. This is a single stage voltage multiplier. It amplifies the voltage and doubles it. Original input voltage is around, let's say 25 to 30 kilovolt. And we get output of 70 kilovolt, and it goes to the vacuum tube generating X-rays. Here we have the two-stage voltage multiplier circuit that I will be upgrading. This is only one stage. I'm going to make a 3-stage and with better power supply. I'm going to attempt to create a miniature lightning generation device in my room. Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but I get bored. This is the current design, just a concept, and I'll now show you the output that it generates. I turned off the light so you can see it better. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, the output is quite strong, and we're gonna be driving it at double power, and I'm gonna have another stage. So you can think how big it could be. Like this. The arc for the miniature lighting machine could be like. Anyways, this is it for the video. I will see you guys next time when I'll be building the high voltage lighting generation machine. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a good day.